Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Happy Diwali for all of our audience from India. We are having our new episode of the GMAT Success Talks where Shivam is joining us today. Just a quick brief about today's session. We've covered many fascinating stories in the past, but today's story is very unique. Shivam here scored in 25th percentile in his first attempt, but after studying, switching to the GRE, and still having problems increasing his score, a miracle happened. It was as if God has sent him this miracle and he got himself a personal tutor who helped him achieve the 95th percentile. Now, this story is very inspirational and motivational, and one which you have to hear today. So, thank you, Shivam, so much for joining. I'm excited to hear more about this whole journey of yours. You were telling me a little bit already, and I was like, no, 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 don't tell me more. I'd rather hear it live. But yeah, thanks again for joining. Do let us know a little bit about your background, and we'll jump right in.
Thank you for this opportunity, Selvi. And I have done my engineering BTech in computer science, but I failed in my maths exam in first semester in university exam. And
Oh
here I have
God.
100 percentile. So it is achievable and doable. It is not an impossible thing. That's what I want to say. And I heard about GMAT exam for first time from my cousins. I didn't know about this exam anything because like I have somewhat of a civil service background, so I was not related to this exam. So last year when I gave a mock test, I scored 415, and I was randomly preparing. I was doing questions from GMAT Club, and I took a TT trial also, 5-day trial. And then like I was at the end of my preparation, I was scoring around 550 or 590, so I was very happy that a 600 score will get me into a like mid-tier MBA college, not top tier.
Mm-hmm.
And but in the real exam on 16th October 2023, I scored a 500. And literally I called my mother after coming out of the test center. I said that I'm not made for MBA. I mean, people who don't do MBA, they are also living their life, and I love my job. It was a very good job at Ministry of Health.
Oh wow.
So I will continue this job. I will not prepare for MBA further. And then I was focusing on my job, but this year in March 2024, I came to know that my contract won't be extended, and I will have to leave my job.
Hmm.
So it was also a very personal setback, we can say. And I was very sad. And a very good friend of mine, her name is Shivani. She said that you will rock the GMAT. Don't worry. Uh, don't worry
That
about
was
the job.
the motivation factor. Okay, I can do it.
I mean, I didn't believe it at first because how much I can score for 500, not like 700 or something like this.
Yeah,
So it was unbelievable, but still, like it felt good at that time.
of course, of
So
course.
after I took a TTP for 1 month and started preparing. Like I prepared for 1 month only because like I was grieving from my job loss till April end. And uh, for the whole month of May, I prepared for this, and then gave exam on 7th June 2024.
Okay.
And I
Okay,
scored
wait.
570. Yes.
Before we jump too much into the rest of the juicy stuff, let's actually bring it back and talk about like the first attempt. You said you took it last year, correct?
Yes.
And this was while you were working in your civil service job, the one that you
Yes,
said.
yes, Ministry of Health. Yes.
Okay,
Like
okay, and
there were 15 hours of work daily.
and you
So,
you don't give with any prep or such. This was like basic prep, and you just gave the exam.
yes, random preparation, we can say.
Random prep. Okay.
Doing some questions from GMAT Club and here and there.
Gotcha, gotcha. And also going back to the fact that you failed an exam back in what, your university days? You were an
Yes,
engineer?
Yes, in engineering, and I thought to leave engineering course because like maths is the fundamental
Of course.
component of engineering. There are maths in 3 semesters, but like when I gave supplementary exam, I scored very good in maths, and supplementary exam is more tough than the
Hmm.
first
Oh,
semester exam. So I think like if I study or put some hard work, I can do this.
yeah. No, they
So
usually say also, like, I mean, with all the debriefs we've done, like, students from the engineering background typically are very strong in the quant section. But it's interesting how you could not pass the exam, but look at your quant score now. You've proved that no matter what, you still can achieve the goal that you're targeted. Crazy. Okay, so then you've taken the test. Of course, you didn't get a great score. Then when was your second attempt?
on 7th June 2024 this year,
Oh, okay, this
and
year. But between those, you've taken the GRE?
no, afterwards I took GRE because like on 7th June I scored around 575, which is equivalent to 620 or 630, something like
Ah,
this.
okay. And then what happened?
And then like I was searching for tutors on different websites like Manhattan Prep and everywhere, and I wrote mail also to some tutors, but they said that they will take the like full fees, and
Mm-hmm.
it was unaffordable. Like I cannot afford it. So my father suggested me that I mean you can try or something like this, but it will be a like very huge amount. So I talked to one of my friend, and she suggested me that GRE is a bit easy and it is also used for MBA admissions. So I switched over GRE and I joined GregMat. It is $5 per month coaching.
Mm-hmm.
uh, I scored 314. So I was happy because like I was scoring in mock test 291 something like this. So I said that it is a good score in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
afterwards, I prepared for 1 or 2 months for GRE and gave again on 13 September
Okay.
2024. And like in mock test, I was able to reach 319, 320 scores. So I thought that it will be at least above 320 plus. It's a good
Mhm.
score. And the score was same, the 314 in second attempt.
Goodness.
So it was a very huge setback. Like I was very sad that how it can happen. I mean, both the times the score is same.
Yeah.
So I'm quite active on Reddit, and I was randomly searching threads on GMAT.
Mm-hmm.
So then I saw on one thread Marty's comment about attention span and focus, and like how to study effectively for GMAT exam.
Correct.
So I commented there that can you help me with attention span and focus and studying techniques, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he said sure. So we started chatting in DM, in direct messages, and he scheduled a free counseling session. But I was not I was not expecting much because I saw that he has a his fees is $200 plus something. So I was not expecting much that it will be only one session, nothing more than this. But
Mm-hmm.
like after seeing my situation that I don't have any job and I was going through financial crunch, and I was very desperate to like come back at GMAT exam.
Of course, yeah.
So he agreed for to teach me at a nominal fees, which I can afford.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took his sessions, and he in the first session itself, it was like 2 plus hours session of critical reasoning, and
Mm-hmm.
only questions were discussed like in detail in option wise. So afterwards, I thought that it is more than enough. Like 2.5 hours is study is good. So in the next session, Marty said that I only work with those people who work like additionally after the class also. They
Ah,
practice questions. So then I became serious about my preparation. It was like 20 days before my actual exam that I need to do additional questions also. Otherwise, he will not teach me. Then I used to study like from morning till night, around 6 7 hours we can say, 50 questions of critical reasoning of different topics, and I used to follow his streaks methods. So discipline was required for these days,
mm-hmm.
and
Interesting.
I think more or less it is luck, fate, and destiny is also involved to achieve this feat or such type of score, because one of my friend, a good friend, he's preparing for UPSC. His name is Shivam, and he do some predictions using astrology. So he also said that you will have like major changes in your life around your birthday, 18th September. And then I met Marty around that only, 15th or 16th
Wow,
September.
crazy.
So this is the surprise because like this is the first time in my life I'm doing such a talk. I never get this, never got this opportunity. Like I was not a brilliant student, so that's why.
I mean, it's just crazy how in what 20 days, 20 or like even a month, you managed to like go from such a low score to like getting a 665, which is not easy. You know, like even on in a lot of our videos, we say having such a high jump. It's not impossible, but I mean
Yes.
you require like an insane amount of work to like get there. So you're very, I think, lucky. Like you said, you were, I think, destined to maybe come 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 through, like I mean, get a chance to talk with Marty and have him help you. And was he like the main person who helped you like achieve the score, um or were there other things that that helped you also? um
I took two free classes of Rahul sir also. He's a
mhm,
founder of your GMAT classes and Shivam sir. So it was 2.5 hour class, free class of
mhm,
probability computation combination. And he also suggested the same. He gave the exam himself in April and scored 7 on 5 on GMAT Focus. So he
mm,
also suggested that a high score on any one section can boost your overall score. He has also 100 percentile on Quant.
mm,
So, and they also suggested me like after my when I was persisting on GRE exam only, then they suggested that GMAT exam is like it is the gold standard exam for MBA. But I used to feel bad because like I used to see profile debriefs on Reddit, and they were all from consulting background, law background, who are scoring very high on GMAT. And I used to think that how I will like compete with these people because
mm,
percentile is relative how I can match their caliber.
mm.
So
Did you also have like a goal in mind, like, okay, this is my target score?
uh,
Especially after your second GRE attempt. What was it? 314, right?
yeah, 314.
314. And then afterwards, was there anything like, okay, I have to target the score? It has to be this, otherwise I'm not taking this test ever again.
Actually, like my target score was around 650 to 680 on classic GMAT because like I was like fearful of thinking to cross 700 or 700 score. So
Yeah,
I
I mean,
never.
of course, like after scoring what in the five, you said 500s? That was your
Yeah,
initial score, right? Like obviously, like a 680 would feel like, okay, I
yeah.
think I managed. I did something good. But you scored more than 700, like, so that's insane. And you were saying that like Reddit, by the way, is an amazing platform. Of course, for any GMAT or MBA aspirant there. But you found Marty's comment in terms of attention, right? Like that was the thing that like sort of like, okay, I kind of found that interesting. So what was the major problem that you were noticing while you were taking like the GRE and the GMAT in the first attempt? Was it that only, or were there other fundamental stuff that you were lacking in?
Basically like I was getting distracted because like without a teacher or mentor, like there was no discipline in my life. Like I was doing at random questions from GMAT club. And Marty taught me that how to use GMAT club effectively, like by applying filters, selecting official guides and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
it saved me like a ton of money because I didn't needed to buy the latest official guides. All those questions were present on GMAT club by applying filters. So like I was very distracted. I mean I didn't used to study much because like there was no one to like motivate me or like give me homework or something like this, like no proper guidance or nothing like this.
Correct, correct.
So I was just giving the exam for the sake of giving it.
And I think the factor comes in. I mean, it's also that you got yourself such an amazing tutor. very
Hmm.
well known, especially in the GMAT world. And at the same time, when your money is also involved, no matter how much it is, you have that thing in your head that okay, like I have to now really get it together and start working hard. But it's interesting. You took the GRE twice. Why did you not continue with just GRE? Why did you go back to the GMAT?
Because I was stagnant at the same score 314 in both the attempts in GRE, and I thought that here also I will need some personal coach or tutor. Then only like I will be able to progress further. Verbal was the major issue in GRE, and it has been major issue in GMAT also, as you can see in my score.
Mm-hmm.
So, verbal is an issue for like non-native speakers, we can say from India or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
like, my father also suggested me that once again try for GMAT. So everyone was suggesting me, and like I was not very confident how much I will score. And I in any of my mock test I never scored Q90, 100 percentile.
Wow.
So
But you managed to
max.
do it this time.
Yes, I managed to do in the actual exam, but in none of the mock tests I never scored Q90.
Oh, crazy. And how many after you were done with your GRE, what exactly did you start? Did you take another mock test to like see where you're at? Like I just want to understand like what was the exact process once you were done with your GRE?
After I was done with my GRE, I was taking regular sessions from Marty on alternate days,
Okay.
and this time I only took two mock tests. Like there is a theory that we have to take 6 or 10 mock tests. I used to do that in my previous attempts when I scored in 500s. But this time I took like two mock tests and I did something different. I changed the section order. Earlier I
Uh,
used to take like Quant, verbal, and DI these.
mhm.
And in this attempt only, I took verbal as my first section, then DI, then Quant.
So did you see a major difference that
Yes, because GMAT is section adaptive also and
Mhm,
question adaptive. In
mhm,
GRE, there is if you get first section of quant, it is of easy level, and you are not able to perform on it. So your score will definitely go down. Like you cannot pull up your score. But
mhm.
GMAT gives you opportunity. Like even if first section your score is not very good, then also you can have a high score, overall high score.
Okay.
And the same thing happened with me. Like in first section in verbal, I have only like 48 percentile, V79. But
Mm.
like Quant was my trump card, we can say, which I saved for the end. And so
But you're saying
over,
it was section adaptive. Shouldn't you have then started with the section you're strongest at, if
I
that's the
used to do that in my previous attempts, but
work for
we,
you?
yes, it didn't work for me, and we need to do something different. Like if we are continuing the same thing, so score will be same only, or will hover around like 500s only.
Mhm, mhm,
So
mhm,
in both my attempts, first section was quant only, like in first
mhm.
attempt and second attempt. This attempt I changed the section order. I took
Okay,
verbal first.
you took verbal first. Okay, understood. And then you took the quant, and then finally the DI section.
Verbal DI, and then the last section was quant.
Oh, last section was quant. Okay, interesting. I have not heard many take it that way. Usually, quant is either in the middle or it says the first section people take up. Yours is a little different. Also, I mean, before we started this live, you were saying that yours was a very unique case in the sense that nobody after attempting GRE twice goes back to the GMAT. How come?
Uh, yes, like I have read stories on Reddit. Many people they jump from GMAT to GRE, but not reverse.
Okay.
They get a very good score in GRE and they are done with their exam.
Mm.
But like I came back to GMAT again, and as destiny had it, like I will be giving this talk in future or something like this.
Yeah.
God has bigger plans, we can say.
Crazy.
So,
Someone commented astrology became true in this case.
yes, yes, like many people say something like this, that it is pseudoscience or something like this. Like I will not go into that debate, whether it is pseudoscience or not. But at least like in these dark times, it helped me to achieve my score or motivate me for this exam.
No, of
So,
course.
and
Nice.
like I'm myself also expert of astrology, and I've done a number of predictions. So
Oh,
like
wow. So you sort of saw this coming?
uh, no, I mean I was like very much chill about this attempt because like I knew that 700 score to think about is it is a nightmare for me. So I was prepared for 650 to 680 when I entered. So I was giving with a free mind this attempt.
Oh, great, great, great. And now I kind of want to get a little deeper into the like how you prepared for this last attempt. Of course, Marty strategies were there, but then you are not working, right? You had time throughout the day to be able to study. Is that
Yes,
the
yes,
case?
I was preparing full time.
Okay, so how was your day-to-day schedule like? What would you start with, during the day? How would you plan your schedule?
I used to start with in morning I used to do Marty's homework like 40 to 50 questions critical reasoning and
Mm-hmm.
try to maintain streaks on them. Like I used to apply filters and select easy questions, medium questions, and some hard questions like this.
Mm-hmm.
So and afterwards, like I used to prepare quant from Manhattan prep books. I did all the practice problems. They are not much practice problems, like 10 problems in total after every chapter, and
Mm-hmm.
they are like easy and easy medium level, not much hard level we can say.
Mm-hmm.
So like this, my day used to progress, and in night I at 8 p.m. I used to have Marty's session for 2.5 hours, 2 to
Mm-hmm.
2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Great. And how someone here was asking, what do you suggest for getting all the quant questions correct? You were weak at quant, right? So how did you manage to improve your score like to this extent?
Like first, when I in my initial attempt, I got Q42 in classic GMAT,
Okay.
Q42 like in first attempt, and
Mm-hmm.
then I joined target test prep, which is very good for quant. I finished only 40 to 45% of TTP,
Mm-hmm.
and only quant section. I didn't do it for verbal and DI. So my score increased to like a Q81 on my second attempt. It is around 70 percentile, we can say.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to focus on fundamentals. You need to do easy test, medium test, and one or two hard tests. We can do like this: if there are five easy tests, two or three easy tests, and all the medium tests, and one or two hard tests for a particular chapter in
Mm-hmm.
TTP, and hit their accuracy levels. Like they suggest some accuracy levels, like 90% on easy test, something like this, because it
Mm-hmm.
helps to reinforce those quant formulas and concepts. So
Mm-hmm.
after this, I practiced from Manhattan prep book. I bought it on Amazon Kindle edition
Mm-hmm.
because I was done with all the chapter test of target test prep.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I finished that book for quant, and I like to do only easy questions on quant, not tough questions. So
Why? You should do the hard ones too.
hard ones sometimes demotivate you. I mean, once in a while you should definitely do hard questions, but not like you are doing 20 or 30 hard questions in a row, because
Mm-hmm.
then you think of leaving the preparation, GMAT preparation, that it is very tough or something like this.
Yeah, and that
So
was like your major thing, right? Because you're so demotivated throughout your whole journey.
yeah,
I think anything that would demotivate you, you'd be like, no, let's take a
I'm
step
done with GMAT like this.
back.
So I don't like, I mean, tough questions or someone people say that they are from IIT background or consulting background and quant is a breeze for them. So I used to pity on myself or feel sad about me that why I can't be like them, something like this. But
Mhm.
Q90 is achievable for folks like us, which don't like very tough questions or 805 plus level questions.
And were there any specific topics in quant that you were like, oh my God, I'd rather not see a question from this at all?
Yes, definitely. Like probability, permutation, combination, these are
Yeah,
very tough topics for me.
yeah, it is a nightmare for a lot of people.
I got one question of probability and permutation combination on the actual exam. It was a tough one, I think 15th or 16th question. So, like if there is a tough question, I break that problem line by line
Mm-hmm.
and note it down, like to make it a little bit easy. And I was confused between two options, like two answers were similar, but I think
Mm-hmm.
like my answer was correct, which I chose the option. So there is only one question difference. Like if that question would have been wrong, so I won't would have achieved this Q90 score.
Oh,
So
crazy! But you got that right, no?
yes,
In
yes,
the end.
yes, every question is correct.
Oh
So
wow, nice. Okay, and this was Quant. Was there anything else that you did that helped you with your preparation, at least for the Quant section? There was Marty's lessons. You
yeah.
attempted questions every day. Were there any
Mm.
set amount of the what? Was there a number of questions that you targeted? Like, oh, okay, I have to target like 20, 30.
For quant section,
Yeah.
like I prepared for like last 10 days because I was majorly focused on this verbal only during my preparation.
Okay, so you
So,
kept everything aside and uh, only did verbal in the last 10 days.
yes, yes, because like I mean I was mainly taking sessions for verbal and critical reasoning. So, but for quant, like I finished that book also. There is one Manhattan 5 LB book for GRE that also I finished during my GRE prep.
And what
So
was your quant score in GRE? I forgot to ask.
it was like once I got 161 and second time I got 162, around
Okay,
60 percentile, I think.
or 60 percentile. So you still had to improve, of course. You had room
Yes.
for improvement a lot. Interesting. Okay. So you did that. Marty helped you with the verbal bit. But you know, it's funny. I've seen it a lot. People usually say, don't do just one section and focus on that because you'll end up forgetting concepts from the other sections. So did that not happen when you were preparing for just verbal in the last 10 days?
Like I was very tense because I didn't practice for quant much this time. So quickly I like went through this Manhattan prep book. As I said that I like easy questions, so those 10 questions were easy after each chapter. So I finished them like I like doing these easy questions. So
Mm-hmm.
I finished them in a very fast way, and
Mm-hmm.
I just went for the exam. Like Q90 was a total surprise because I thought that at least one or two questions will definitely I won't be able to solve them on point section. So
Yeah, I'm still shocked. I still feel like there must have been something, or maybe I'm not asking the right question, but there must have been something that made you get such a great quant score, especially with the background that you've mentioned.
I mean, I
But
would say that the whole universe conspires for you when you want something very dearly.
yeah,
We go
they
thermal
call
chemistry.
it manifesting in my language. I think in
And
manifesting
there's
is
in Shah Rukh Khan's movie also, Om Shanti Om, के
hmm,
पूरी कायनात मिलाने में लग जाती है अगर किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो
say it.
वो like that.
I feel like our English audience would not understand what you just said. So feel free to translate if you'd like. I would not know how to translate things well from Hindi to English. But no, that's awesome. So that was majorly quant. Now coming to verbal. So verbal was, oh, what was your verbal score in your first attempt when you were studying
uh,
back then for GMAT?
in GMAT,
Yeah.
B18, 18,
Oh, that's
B18.
like super, super low. Okay. Okay, so that means you had to cover a lot of concepts.
Mm.
What was the biggest hurdle? Was it reading comprehension or critical reasoning for you?
Sentence there used to be sentence correction also, that was the biggest one.
Yeah.
Yes,
But it
like
must
there
have
were
been
50.
like a lifesaver that, okay, no more SC in the focus.
But this time also, like I got very tough critical reasoning questions, plan and construct questions on my actual exam. And in
Mm-hmm.
my EFR report, I got only 3 percentile on critical reasoning. Like they all are wrong.
Oh
But
gosh.
there is one contrast factor that GMAT asks multi-source reasoning questions on data insights, and I have 100 percentile in that. All the questions are correct.
Oh wow.
So
That's
these
interesting.
are two type of reasoning questions, and my brain works very good for like MSR questions, but not CR questions.
That's yeah. How funny. Well, how did you tackle CR and reading comp for the focus exam?
For CR, like I'm not the best person to give advice. Like I'm also weak at CR critical reasoning, but like what I learned from Marty's lesson that we should be able to identify each and every question, why every option, why it is correct and why it is wrong. So there should be a like logic or reasoning, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
But they are sometimes vague or like I mean not much comprehensible type of questions. RC I was able to improve. Like I have 80 plus percentile on RC questions, reading comprehension. So
Any strategy you use for reading comp?
for reading comprehension, like the question, like there are different types of questions. It is asking what specific detailed question. So we should just search that specific point in the RC passage, not just the whole passage. Like we should only go around about that topic or that point only. So like earlier I used to read the whole reading comprehension again and again to find the answer, but
Mm-hmm.
this trick was taught to me by Marty only, so I was able to improve my score in RC.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And for data insights, since it was completely new this time around, any like materials you used to help with your DI prep, or was it
uh,
also Marty that helped you with
yes,
data?
I took DI sessions, like not much but two to three sessions. I took 2 days before my exam. I took sessions of graphs and tables.
Oh gosh,
And
I mean, it's crazy how everything was happening last minute for you, but somehow you managed to get such an incredible score. I feel like God was genuinely on your side.
yes, and that's why I'm saying that it's a miracle, luck, fate, destiny, whatever we can say it.
Really?
Because like I've seen that people who are getting Q90 on their mock test, they also got like one or two questions wrong on their actual exam.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a total surprise. The score Q90 score, and like God has some bigger plans for me in future also, because like my friend said to me that you will flourish in your life and you will do something great in your life, like 4 5 months back when I lost my job. So
Fingers crossed that happens for you.
and I just said this to her that I haven't done anything like I haven't achieved anything till now in my life or done some great things, so how it is possible, but she said that you never know what is coming for you in future.
Hmm. No, but I honestly think you must have put in the effort, of course. It's not, sometimes it's not just luck. Luck does play a big part, but it's
Yeah.
also the effort that you put in. And this time around, you really were serious with your prep journey. You really put in the effort. You actually were serious about this whole thing. So don't just say it's just luck. I personally believe you did most of the work, and maybe 20% was luck here and there, which really pushed you to get this
uh,
score. I think
like
so.
I mean like efforts, I've definitely put a lot of efforts for
Yeah.
preparation, but luck factor comes in. Like if you get a single question incorrect, like and there are 21 questions and you have to get all of them correct, and there is
Mm,
a difference of only one question which will dip your percentile to like 80 or 85 percentile, but you won't
mm,
get 100 percentile on quant, I'm saying.
yeah.
So just one question difference is there, or one option. Like if I have chosen the another similar option for that question I was referring earlier,
Mhm, mhm,
so
mhm.
it wouldn't
And
have
that
been Q90.
would
So
have dipped, of
yes.
course. So yeah, in that sense, yes, luck played in your
And
favor.
Q90 is remarkable. Like as compared to my overall score also, uh, like many people get 665, but Q90 is remarkable. So
Yeah.
it was possible through mix of luck and hard work both.
Yeah, someone here said, yes, it's a miracle. 665 is good enough. I agree. And did you take any official mocks right before your exam? That like you checked the score? What was your score?
Like I took two official mock tests. I got 595 on one of the official mock tests, just like before 10 days before my exam.
Oh God.
So
And what about the second one?
second one I was able to achieve 645. Like I was able to increase my score in quant. I changed the section order in second one, so that
Oh,
was the difference. Yes.
but I mean, in just 10 days, like such a big jump. I,
Uh,
that means Marty did something. He,
hmm?
he really helped you.
That's
he
why when I went to give my actual exam, I was not thinking much about Q90 or something like this. I went
Yeah.
there for scoring 650 or 680 only, like as compared to classic GMAT.
Mm,
I got 595, so I thought that I will get 605 or 615, something like this on the actual exam,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
because it
I
has
see.
happened with me earlier also. When I got 575, 2 days before my mock exam, 2 days before my like actual exam, I got 625 on mock test. So I was very happy. 625 is a great score for a
Of
person
course,
like me.
of
So,
course.
but something reverse happened in the actual exam. I got 575, 40 marks lower.
I hope all this luck that you've got that it continues. It shouldn't stop here. It should go ahead. And I mean, of course, you're planning to apply to business school next year or this year?
Uh, this year.
This year, okay. So, I mean, feel free. I mean, it's if you're comfortable, talk about that after. Of course, you mentioned about your test day experience. But for those who are here and who are applying to business school, guys, we have this huge free event. It's called the MBA Spotlight Fair. It's happening on the 13th and 14th of November. All the top schools are going to be there. You get to actually interact with the adcom, with the alumni, with the current students. Just feel free, register. You'll also get GMAT Club free tests for 2 weeks if you register. So go ahead, do that. Link will be somewhere. Just go to gmatclub.com and you'll find a pop up and click on that. But yeah, so how was your test day experience, Shivam? What time was your exam? Where did you give it? And how was the whole process?
My exam started at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and uh, like um, it was at the test center in Noida. So in-person test. So when I completed my verbal section and my head was spinning, and I knew that I performed very badly. Like it was some intuition within, because I was not able to understand many questions.
Of course.
And it is it is reflected in my score also. So there is a 10-minute break in between, and I thought that I will take break after my data insight section, like after my second section. And by mistake, I clicked something and the break started, 10-minute section break. So the strategy changed in between the exam itself. So I was thinking, now what will happen, because I thought of something that after completing two sections, then I will take my 10-minute break. So
Mm-hmm.
the test center administrator said to me that now you will have to take the break, it cannot be like reversed or something like this.
Oh gosh.
So I came out of a room, and I just ate 2 3 biscuits, had some water, and then after 10 minutes I started with my DI section.
Mm-hmm.
So then there was no break available. Then on DI section also, I was feeling like MSR question was quite tough. Like it was some email question or something like this, that the university professor is writing mail to chairperson or something like this. So I was not sure that there were three following questions that I will get all of them correct. But
Mm-hmm.
in my ESR, like it is 100 percentile, all the three are correct, all three
Okay.
MSR questions.
Mm.
So afterwards, quant section began, and I was able to finish my quant section 5 minutes. In 40 minutes, I was able to finish.
Okay.
And when I saw the score, little scream came out of my mouth, and I just went out of the test center. Like I was very, I mean,
Static.
unbelievable thing it was. So
I
that's
know.
why. Hmm.
I,
That how.
I just feel like a little scream came out, and
Yes,
you
because on.
shouted, "Oh my God, yay!" If I
Yes,
were you, I would have done that. I would have embarrassed myself in the test.
yes, because other people were giving tests, so I couldn't freely do this thing, dance or something like this. But I was able to shock, and I waited for my official report. After 15 hours, my official score was released, because
Mm-hmm.
I was not able to see like overall score I was able to see 665, and on Quant it was written like 100 percentiles. So I thought that why they are giving percentiles in 3 digit, I mean, for a person like me or something. So I waited for my official score to recheck it whether it is 100 percentile or not.
Goodness, goodness.
So,
And
that,
right afterwards, I'm sure you went, you partied, you danced if you had to back in your
yes.
house. It must have been a joy. And okay, and this was, of course, your test center experience. Coming to the question, which I mean, if you're comfortable to talk about, what are your plans now after achieving such an incredible score? Is it something that you've thought about? Because again, you did not expect, right, to get such a high score. So now you have multitude of options in your favor. So what is the scene with your business school journey?
I'm applying for 1 year executive MBA programs in India, like Indian Institute of Management,
Oh,
and
very,
for ISB I'm applying Indian School of Business.
very
So
nice.
my interviews are lined up. I mean, I got interview call from them, and last year like I didn't get interview call. So
Oh, wow.
that's
Congratulations. I hope it works in your favor. And who knows, maybe we'll have another live session where you will talk about your MBA journey with us, hopefully soon. So, hey, again, I'm crossing fingers that everything works out for you. This was an incredible feat. Of course, there are people, whoever asked their questions, I've managed to put it here and there. But guys, if you have any more questions, just feel free to comment them once the session ends. Of course, Shivam might answer, or we might answer on behalf of you. But yeah, and someone here is asking, what was your last year's score, Shivam?
500 V Q42 and V18 500
We
20% also.
and they were saying, okay, what was the order of sections? Verbal, DI.
Last year,
This year,
this year it was verbal, data insights, and quant.
Quant. Okay, perfect. All right. If there are any more questions, guys, feel free to ask. But is there anything else that I've missed out on asking you, Shivam, about your GMAT
Um,
journey?
like after my job loss in March when my contract ended, I took a rented room and I used to study there. Um, it was not much of a good or great room. So after I'm now done with my GMAT journey, so I've left that room. So I took it for study purpose only, and like if I'm sad or something like this, so I like uh, an isolated space or something like this.
Mm.
So
So that was something
um,
like you've made quite a lot of changes, I think, in lifestyle as well to like really get to where you are right now. Like, I mean, of course, finding Marty, that was a miracle in itself. But this is something I'm only hearing about now that so you've only done this for your GMAT journey, like finding a different space for yourself just to study. Um,
yes, for this only because at home, I mean, there are some people are coming and their festivities and everything. So I needed some isolated space, and
mhm.
one day before the exam I was literally crying because I thought that how I will perform next day or something like this.
Oh
So
gosh.
I was I mean not in a state of giving the exam next day, but I had to give because the exam has been scheduled, so I will have to
Mhm.
give it definitely. And
Yeah, that really kicks in
that
a
is
day before the exam.
hmm. And one thing I like about GMAT the most that you are not defeated until the end of the exam, because like in first section I have scored 48 percentile. So
Yeah.
then also you can pull up your score. In GRE, it is not the case. If you mess up your first section, your score will come down definitely.
Hmm. Interesting.
Uh,
Interesting.
that's why GMAT is more suited for business colleges, because like in business strategy can be changed at the end moment also, at end point also.
Nice
So you
insight.
should always have a trump card, or you can't be defeated till the end of your exam.
Very nice insight. That's incredible. Okay. I hope I haven't missed anything else. Of course, I think I went back and forth with your whole GMAT journey because I find it so interesting, like how it all happened. It's still fascinating to me, and I mean, maybe people might ask better questions when this once this ends, and you might answer it better. But hey, congratulations once again. This was genuinely
Uh,
an incredible
my friend
story.
used to say repeatedly that you will do something great in your life, you will flourish and prosper. So I just used to say that you are saying all these things like so I will not be sad or something like this
Yeah.
to like make me feel comfortable. But I know the reality that I'm not made for great things or something like this. But after seeing the GMAT score, this score,
You
so
are
I
definitely
got some confidence back.
everyone's made for great things. I think it's how you think within you, right? Hey, a lot of students who take the GMAT are always demotivated. I see it time and time again. But I'm glad that you had a friend like that who pushed you. You had family members who pushed you, and you are where you are right now. And I hope it continues. Right. So do not be demotivated ever again. If you manage to make this happen, you can make other things happen as well. So yeah,
Yes,
kudos to
that's
the
why I always say that if I can get Q90, anyone in this world can get Q90, 100%. Background doesn't matter. Like if some people are from arts background or something like this, so they can also get 100 percentile on quant. Like if they have discipline, put some hard work, luck on their side, and they get good guidance and mentor, so definitely they will get Q90.
true. Yeah,
It's
someone
not about like you have to have IIT or consulting background, then only you will get Q90. So that's
exactly.
not the case.
Yeah, I mean, it's what the MBA as well. You will never see just a batch full of engineers or IITians or stuff like that. It's a very diverse batch always. So different people from different backgrounds. Everyone has their own weaknesses. You might be weak in quant now, but you have other strengths elsewhere. So yeah, okay, awesome. I think this was majorly it. Again, guys, if you want, feel free to comment more questions once the session ends, and we will answer them there. Thank you so much, Shivam, once again, and best of luck
Thank you.
for things that are coming ahead. Take care. Bye.
Bye.